warrior woman. At one point you are submissive, at another point you are a warrior. Because if you are not a warrior, the hawk will steal your children. You know, when the hawk comes for the children, the mother hen fights. There is no basis for which the mother hen should fight an eagle or to fight a hawk. But if the warrior in her, it does not come alive, she cannot defend her heritage. Meanwhile, you are the builder of the home. Meanwhile, you are the helper of your husband. So if you don't know how to fight, another woman can destroy your home. If you don't know how to fight, the destiny of your children will be lost. If you don't know how to fight, everything God promised to that home that He has planted you will be lost. And so most times, the reason the heritage of God does not come to pass is because there are women who are not warriors. Imagine, as mighty as Moses was, it was the mother that groomed her. As mighty as Samson was, it was the mother that groomed her. As mighty as John the Baptist was, it was the mother that groomed her. Even Jesus had to remain under the tutelage of Mary. From the time Jesus was born to the time he did his first miracle, you will not hear the name of Joseph. Jesus was learning under Joseph. He was a carpenter. But most of the sensitive things about his ordination, it was the woman that saw it. And that's how it has been. When Samson was to be conceived, she was the one the angel appeared to. When Mary was to conceive Jesus, she was the one the angel appeared to. Even when Jesus was to do his first miracle, she said, whatever he tells you to do it. That means she knows that I have nurtured this thing on his life. It is time for it to manifest. She guarded it with jealousy. Some women don't know how to guard even their homes. Some women don't know how to guard the heritage on their children's lives. So when you find wayward children in society today, it's because they were wives but they were not warriors. They cook food for their husband, they satisfy their husbands, but the children become wayward. What God promised, even the family, never come to pass. Because being a warrior in this context is an intercessor. It's not to fight, it's not to quarrel. You must master how to channel your emotion to the altar. Your womb is not only physical, it's also spiritual. So instead of using your energy for argument, for talking, for gossip, you should have a place on the altar. That's where you fight. Every woman must be a traveler. If you don't travel, your husband will not fulfill purpose. If you don't travel, your children will not fulfill purpose. That is why if you are not a warrior, you are not a Bible woman. The Bible said, and Deborah rose at a time when Israel was in captivity. It was so bad that people could not use the highway. Are you crazy? You'll be killed. People were traveling in bush paths. Nobody dared stood, but a woman rose up and she gathered Israel together. And on the strength of her priesthood, the heritage of God was delivered to Israel. So as a warrior woman, you must have a place on the altar and insist that everything God said about your children, your husband, and your family must come to pass. And then over and above that, you must also instill that in your own generation you have a stake. I don't believe in the talk that women should be housewives, adding no value to society. That's not true. The Bible begs to differ. Deborah was a national figure and she was the wife of Lapidot. So a woman can be married and still be relevant in society. But for you to do that, you must be a warrior. Because society will frown at you. If you say you want to be senator, they will say, what do you mean? An ordinary woman like you. If you say you want to be president, they will look at you and say, president where? Who do you think you are? It will take the warrior in you to refuse that I cannot be intimidated. Because that I submit to my husband does not mean I don't have a part in society. There are two different things. There are two different assignments. And so you must become a warrior to defend the heritage of God given to your family and also to play your part in your generation. That is the life of Deborah. And there are many women in church today who have not been awoken to that reality.